or lease from in the morning.
Hello and welcome to Paratalk with the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers. Paratalk podcast contains explicit language, scary content, and adult humor. Parental discretion is advised.
It's time for Paratalk, a wide-ranging discussion covering hauntings, paranormal encounters, UFOs, cryptids, and true crime. With your host, Stephen Brown, and your East Tennessee Ghost Seekers, Steve Wiseman, Andrea Brown, Elsie Adams, Jesse Arms, Amy Sharp, Justin Howard, and me, Mike Howard. To join in the discussion, email etgsparatalk@gmail.com. And now, it's time for Paratalk.
All right. We're back on a Friday.
Woo!
Back here in Paratalk Land. And if this is your first time listening, I'm fucking sorry, I guess.
Welcome.
Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Yeah.
Happy Friday.
It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Do something scary and something that could possibly get you thrown in jail, but you stay out of jail, but you enjoy your time anyway.
Yeah, just don't get caught.
Yeah, just don't get caught. Yeah, that's the simple way around it. Don't get caught.
In other words,
but that's the hard part.
Don't put it.
That's what I say. Easier said than done.
On social media.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true.
No one needs to know everything.
This is true.
Amen.
They don't?
No.
What?
No. Keep that shit off social media. And we have new people in the chat.
Yes. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, guys.
Look at that. See?
Yeah. Good.
Take advice from Hockey Man. He's taking his kid to the graveyard.
There you go.
There you go.
No,
Smart move.
Wait. Alive?
Now,
Hello, Shannon Lynn Jordan.
And hello, what's it called? Ziwa. Yeah. Just letters.
A for effort.
What?
All right. Anyway, welcome to the show. Mike should be calling in a second. I had to reject him.
Call in, Mike.
I had to reject him because the little pump music we were playing there that I always take away before I produce the podcast. He called in during it, and it was coming through my Apple Music. And so, sorry, Mike. Sorry about that. Shit happens.
Sorry, boot dad.
We still love you.
Yeah.
Call us.
Wow, Andrea just became Canadian. I had no idea.
What's up, Bam Bam Nemesis?
There's Bam Bam.
Well, hello, Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Hello.
Bam Bam had actually reached out to me today, and he had requested a song for the pump music, but it kind of made me cry. So I was like, I can't really do that for pump music.
Mike said whatever.
Oh,
Mike, come on. We love you.
Come on. You know you wanna. You know you wanna. Here's $1 for you. Got $1 for you. Grab it.
Oh, you gotta be quicker than that.
So before we do anything, I would like everyone in the chat room, everyone that listens to this, probably Sunday, whenever it comes out online for you to be able to
Wait,
download.
whoa.
Mike's naked.
Oh.
Call now.
Oh, dear God. Dude, I just ate. I can't see that right yet. But
He is Asian.
is that a little French fry? Oh, no, egg roll. Egg roll bite.
Hockey Man says he's out.
It's a whole different show tonight, guys.
But everyone join me in wishing our little Amy a happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Amy.
Thank you.
72, not too bad.
I know, right?
You look great for 72, Amy, and I look great for,
12.
92 or something. we're still kicking, Amy. That's all
We
that
are.
matters.
We're
That's all
not
that matters.
333 years old.
That is
No,
true.
no,
you
like-
got something right there.
Like poor little sweet Kaylee over in Ireland. We're still taking up money for her. You can send that care of Stephen at Paratalk Podcast with East Tennessee Ghost Seekers, and we will somehow get that to her, or I will buy her a nice card.
Mike says, I got your egg roll right here.
All right. So I really want Mike to be on here because he's going to love this first little bit here.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to love
Yeah.
it. And he's probably going to throw
Thanks,
open
Mike.
his mouth a little bit.
Put your cock sock on and let's go.
Yeah. Come on. It's time to Red Hot Chili Peppers it. Come on. Let's go. But don't give it away. Give it away now. Don't. Do that shit under the bridge.
Downtown
Yeah.
in California.
Yes. Yeah. Keep it with your Californication. So,
Let's see how many more songs we can play.
so what has everybody been into this week while we're waiting on Mike to call in?
Work.
Work.
Okay, we covered that. So, what do you say?
Suck my
Suck
kids.
my kids.
Suck. I think he meant suck my kiss.
Yes. Suck.
I think he meant suck
I
my
hope.
kiss.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, he is taking his son to the graveyard.
Maybe to a bunch of vampires.
Yeah.
Is that a new club or something?
No,
The
no.
graveyard?
The graveyard.
I'm going to suck
Great
your
name
kids.
for one, though.
Maybe I should have played some typo negative.
Yeah.
But yeah. So work
Yeah.
for all of us. Yeah, I've been doing work and then gym every evening.
Nice.
He's
I've
done
been
great.
doing gym during work.
Yeah, so I get out of work and I go do an hour 15 to an hour and a half every evening
That's too much.
at the gym.
Too much. I literally have been taking my lunch break. I get an hour if I choose to take it. So I've been taking the full hour and working out for about 20 minutes and then shower, take the dog out, maybe eat something. But this week has been a smoothie for lunch week.
Nice.
So yeah,
Yeah, so see,
one of those things.
I was thinking, how everybody's creating these OnlyFans sites, I think when I lose weight, what I'm going to do, I've got an idea, Steve.
Oh, no.
It's going to be a good one.
Oh, no.
I'm going to make a fucking killing. Lots of money.
Oh.
It'll probably be, there's Mike Howard calling in. Hold on, let me get it.
Get him in and then tell us what this amazing
Yes.
idea is.
Hold on.
I'm curious, really, because I don't know.
Only feet?
Yeah, no, hold on. All right. Mike, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hey, where the fuck you been?
Helps you turn the volume up.
No, it wasn't connected to the Roadcaster for some reason. It was connected just whatever. So, I don't know.
Prop it up right there, dude.
Steven's probably podcasting to the TV.
I probably am, yeah.
Yeah. Poor Hayden.
Hayden's in there going, what the
is going
the hell
on?
is this?
Welcome back to the mainland, Mike.
Well, it's not necessarily the mainland.
Can we turn him up?
Turned him up.
I was,
There we go.
There we go.
the connection they gave me down here in the Jamaican jail cell is the best they can. So
Well, that's what the problem was then. That's what the problem was. Yeah.
So, now, please, Stephen,
Oh, okay.
Let's
Yeah, sorry.
hear about
Yes,
this.
tell us your brilliant money-making idea.
Yes, I have a brilliant money-making idea. So
Are you going to shake your moneymaker?
Just listen, lady. Just listen, lady. I just work here.
Please don't make me vomit.
So you know how people are making money hand over fist, apparently, with this OnlyFans shit.
I know.
And
I've got one too.
I subscribe to many.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, what I think I'm going to do, as soon as I shed these unwanted pounds, I have a big-ass truck out there, right?
Yeah.
Big-ass truck. And I watch Yellowstone,
Yeah.
so I'm like half cowboy right now.
Right.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just do OnlyFans videos once I get,
Ripped.
ripped and cut.
Like rip?
Yes. OnlyFans videos of me throwing hay in the back of the truck shirtless.
I will video you doing that.
Joe video.
Oh, Hockey Man says you have to have assless chaps.
Okay. No, I Hockey Man, for a cowboy.
He doesn't have an ass.
I don't have. I'm going to work on building one in the
You
gym.
need a Brazilian butt lift.
No.
Get Steven a BBL to go with his ripped abs.
Yeah. So that's my plan.
Okay, I will video you for that.
Shirtless, throwing bales of hay in the truck to take it to the end of the driveway and drop it off, and then do it all over again.
I think I'm going to be sick.
I'll position the camera for to show my feet while you're doing it, so it kind of does a double duty.
There we go. Yes,
Double duty. That's what'll happen when you start throwing them bells of hay. Son of a bitch.
But, yeah, Mike, welcome back to the show, brother. We missed you. We hope you enjoyed your vacation.
Yes,
I did, but after that story, I don't know if I want to be back on there.
I mean, you don't have to subscribe.
Yeah, it's your choice, Mike. You don't have to be forced to look at it.
No, that's all right. You get in the back of that truck and you work it.
I mean, it's not like TikTok where you just happen to show up on somebody's For You page.
Right. They have to subscribe to it. And I figure, if I can make $12.
Heck yes.
Mike will happily critique your work.
Right. Yeah. You're the professional of the group. You've been on many TV shows. So, I'm sure there's some, scantily, cheap foreign Asian porn out there somewhere with you in it.
It was not that cheap.
And not that foreign.
Not foreign.
But, all right.
South Knoxville is not very foreign.
No, it is not.
All right. So, my way of welcoming you back to the podcast after your vacation and
Assless chap.
Yes.
Yes.
You are welcome.
Yes, they're assless and frontless. Mike, you're welcome.
I like.
Hope you like Italian sausage. But, oh, Mike looks like he just threw up in his mouth.
Nice his look. He looks like always.
Oh,
It's because he's Asian.
Love you, brother.
all right. But no, my way of welcoming you back this week, we found a story with one of your favorite celebrities.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And
Is he really considered a celebrity? I guess.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're worth millions from being on TV, I think that considers you a celebrity.
He had money to begin with, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
celebutante, maybe. He falls into that Kardashian category for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just for you, Mike.
Knowable face and name, but really annoying.
Right. But Mike, just for you.
Yeah.
Andrea has.
There
he is. There he is. He's right behind Mike looking over his shoulder. All right. Andrea, share.
The chilling story of demonic possession that came out of a little house in Gary, Indiana, is set to be resurrected once again following Netflix's $65 million bid for the rights. On January 24th, 7 companies, including MGM and Miramax, made bids for the movie package with Netflix, winning out to produce the story behind Zach Bagans' Demon House documentary, according to a report by the Hollywood entertainment news site Deadline. Production is set to begin the middle of the year, and at this time, it is unknown where the film will be shot. The budget,
Since they tore the fucking house down.
The budget for the film is said to be around $30 million. Oscar nominee Lee Daniels, known for producing major pictures such as Precious and The Butler, will be directing the movie, which will star Andra Day, Octavia Spencer, Glenn Close, Rob Morgan, Caleb McLaughlin, and Anjanou Ellis, the entertainment site reported.
Bless you.
Thank you. The cast will bring to life the story of the Ammons family, who once lived in a small white house at 3860 Caroline Street in Gary, but later moved to Indianapolis. Their story was told in the Demon House movie, released in March of 2018, which documented the alleged paranormal attacks and demonic possession from 2011 to 2012 of the Ammons family. Day will play the mother and main character, LaToya Ammons. McLaughlin will play an adult version of Ammons' son. Close will play Ammons' mother, Morgan will play Ammons' boyfriend, and Spencer reportedly will play a clergy member who tries to help the family. The real-life horror story went first went public in 2014 when the Indianapolis Star published an article about the torrent of strange happenings afflicting the family. Paranormal TV personality Zach Baggins bought the property to film the Demon House documentary.
There he is. He is.
And later had the house torn down in February 2016. According to the Calumet Township Assessor's Office, Baggins still owns the property to this day. The spot is now an empty, grassy lot between two houses with a large, gnarled tree standing guard near the sidewalk. However, a Northwest Indiana priest believes evil still lingers on the property and cautioned people against going for a visit, and if they must, to bring a religious protection. Beneath the grassy lot lies remnants of the house with the basement buried under rubble and dirt. Some have stopped by and recovered relics of the demolished house, only to later regret it. The Reverend Michael Magnot, a priest of St. Stephen Martyr Church in Maryville, said he believes a portal is still open at the location, free for any demon to come through and attach, and he still receives calls from those who have had a brush with this dark phenomena. Magnot previously worked to help the Ammons family with their supernatural afflictions and held an exorcism at the house. He also worked closely with Baggins during the filming of the documentary. Most of the house is buried there, and the basement was just filled in, Magnot said. Someone picked up a shingle from the roof, and people have picked up other things from the property. From there, they have problems. It's dangerous to go digging around in there. Then they call me asking for help, and I tell them what they need to do. They must get the souvenirs back to the property. They must renounce it. And people have even had to delete pictures of the place from their phones. Oftentimes, they are willing to do anything at that point to get rid of it. Magnot said, those who take items from the property or visit without religious protection complain of illness, misfortunes, vivid nightmares, negative mood changes, and strange happenings, as if an otherworldly entity has followed them home. If someone goes there wanting to experience something, it will oblige them, Magnot said. The Demon House documentary claims a portal under the stairs in the basement was a doorway for evil entities that terrorized a family and brought misfortune to several people who were involved in the investigation, including a police captain. Now that the structure is knocked down, Magnot said he is concerned that the doorway still stands and the evil still resides there. Brian Miller, former Hammond police chief and current director of public safety at Purdue University Northwest, was among the police officers who dug in the dirt under the stairs where the portal was said to have originated. It was creepy. Miller said in a 2019 interview, I was concerned about what we might dig up, but we didn't find any remains. They found an odd array of objects buried there, including a fingernail. Really?
Spooky.
A pair of women's underwear, a comb, and 2 children's socks. He also investigated an oil-like substance that was found dripping from the window blinds and could not find an explanation or source.
Was it oil-like or was it from the panties?
Ew.
I did have some strange things happen.
Panty oil.
Panty oil.
Panty oil. I did have some strange things happen, Miller said, when another officer and I went back to the house right before Baggins did his movie. We saw candles lining all outside around the house. It appeared someone was doing a seance or religious ceremony. It's one of the reasons he told me why he took the house down. He was concerned people would break in and do things. The documentary also includes testimonies from Gary and Lake County Sheriff's Police. And Gary Corporal Javier Garza said he believes the other officers.
Sure he does.
I was told there was a portal under the stairs, and I believe it, Garza said. People ask about the ghost house, asking me, is it true? I say, yeah, it's true.
Nope. Fake. False.
When the story first broke, Gary police were tasked with patrolling the area. We were told people from all over the world were coming there, Garza said. Previously, Gary Police Lieutenant Thomas Pollock said he consulted with his parish's priest before sending officers into a potentially dangerous situation. I told my guys that if they go in, wear a medallion or something religious for protection. Pollock said, people laugh and gawk at it, but things like that exist. Garza, who has been on the force for 24 years, said the feeling he would get from that property was unlike anything he has ever encountered before. I never got those feelings anywhere else in the whole city, Garza said. We deal with a lot of bad things all the time. I go through abandoned churches and cemeteries all the time. and I've never felt anything like it. The police report that gave the account of the Ammons family torment on Carolina Street was pulled from public record, police previously said. Pollock said he was amazed when he read the report and turned to the witnesses to confirm the bizarre events that transpired. I know some people at the hospital, and I asked them if it was all true, and they confirmed it, Pollock said. It was several pages, a very detailed report. Once the word got out and people began reading it and printing it, former Lake County Sheriff Bunnick locked it down so no one could find it. One of the officers involved in the investigations, former Gary Police Captain Charles Austin, reported strange mechanical and electronic issues in his house and squad car after visiting the house in spring of 2012. Austin died after he was shot in the stomach February 21st, 2017, when 3 men broke into his home. Austin tried to defend himself against the intruders with his firearm, but it appeared not to have been fired due to an apparent mechanical failure, according to court records. Maginot said a series of misfortunes towards the end of the documentary's production stopped the final blessing of the house, which was intended to shut the portal and clear out any lingering evil. Then, unbeknownst to the priest, Baggins had the house torn down. The story was basically robbed of its happy ending, and I think it seems as if the demon won in the end, Maginot said. If Zach sells the lot and someone builds a house there, I would definitely be willing to clear it for their safety. But I am not sure with the remains of the house still there. He really messed things up. I could have closed the portal. Baggins, as well as the others working with him on the documentary, claimed to have suffered serious health conditions during and after filming. Baggins has the wooden staircase from the basement of the house on display at his haunted museum in Las Vegas, sitting in a dim corner, resting on a blanket of dirt from the house. The museum staff insist the relic's foreboding aura is still intact and raising hairs. Following its installation, a group of construction workers walked off the job and refused to come back, the museum's website says. As for the upcoming Netflix production, the Northwest Indiana priest doesn't have much faith that it will stick to the truth of the story, but rather it will be a fictionalized thriller that strays too far from the facts, like the Amityville Horror. The real story is better than fiction, Maginot said. It's a thriller just as it is. The only way to tell the story is to be truthful. I think people are going to be disappointed if it's fictitious. Maginot said he has not been contacted by any of the production members, but would be willing to work with them only if the movie stays true to the story. Another movie about the Demon House was in the works, and Maginot had signed a contract with Evergreen Media Holdings a few years ago, but because the Ammons family refused to participate, the deal fizzled out, he said. Deadline reported that at one point, LaToya Ammons optioned for her rights to a production company called Relativity, but the company filed bankruptcy and the rights lapsed. After that, the rights and scripts passed from hand to hand until now. They had the movie written and had actors and everything, and then they went bankrupt, Maginot said. He said he thinks the previous failures could be the result of a curse-like sabotage, and he does not have high hopes for the upcoming production. In 2016, Maginot performed the cleansing on an empty lot that he was unable to do when the house was standing. I think we were successful, but the thing is, the portal is opened.
Wait. The man said he could close the portal. Doesn't matter if you're standing in the basement or if you're standing above it. So this priest is grandstanding. He just wants some money. I don't like him.
I mean,
it sounds like everybody involved just wants money.
Yeah,
well, yeah,
totally.
It does. It really does.
So to finish this out, he said, then when I heard that when the documentary came out, people had been showing up there doing seances. You can't do that. You can't play ping pong with these things. Once it's cleared, the demon is free to bring 7 worse ones in than before. They'll do it, and they look for that opportunity. So that is always a worry.
That was my ping pong effect.
Yep. So
Beautifully done.
there you have it. And you know what's going to happen is if for some reason this falls through, it's totally going to fall on the whole, it's cursed.
Well, see, no, it's going to follow. It's going to go all through because it's Netflix.
Yeah.
Well,
Netflix is going to make it happen because Netflix wants to make more money.
Yep.
And Netflix, I may be by myself on this, but I really don't think I am. Netflix puts out some good movies.
They do. They
Yes,
really
they
do.
And I think this will be a great movie. I really do.
Do you think they are going to fictionalize a good portion of it?
Yes.
Oh, of course they will. They got to make money. They got to make money. And I mean, it's just like, like we've spoke of the Amityville horror many times. What we got here?
Alchemy said that he thought that sound was me pulling my thumb out your ass.
Thanks.
That's funny right there.
But no, I think it's going to be a great movie, and it's going to be fictionalized just like they did Amityville. But how many millions and millions and millions of copies of Amityville horror have been sold on DVD, on VHS, on Betamax, whatever, and streamed over
to
the
this
years.
day?
Yeah, I mean,
And remakes.
yes.
Not to mention the remakes.
Oh God, remakes that don't even make
TV
sense.
movies, and
Yep.
documentaries,
Yes.
series.
Yeah.
The docu-series.
Yes. So, I mean, it's going to make money, and I think Netflix is going to do an amazing job of this, making a horror film. I think they will. Will it be away from the actual facts? Yeah, it will stray from it.
Sure.
But will it contain...
Just like Amityville.
Yes. But will it contain some of the actual things that happen? Yes, I believe it will. Because that's what... I mean, it's like the priest said. It is a terrifying story.
Yeah.
In itself. I mean, we've talked about this case before. DHS workers went to that house and saw this little kid's back slide up a wall. Cops saw this. DHS workers saw this. The house was a portal to hell. I mean, there's no other way to describe this house. But Zach Douchebaggins, he fucked up a whole lot.
Yeah.
He should not have, if it were this priest or another priest, he should have had someone come in and do the closing before tearing it down.
I mean, not just a priest, but he should have involved everybody he possibly could.
Yes. Yeah, because number one, he has the money to pay them to do it.
Exactly. Well, I mean, they probably would have done it just for the camera work.
Oh, of course they would.
But, I
just
mean, you could
notoriety,
get half a dozen different psychics to come out and help with that.
Yeah. Shaman, anybody.
But yet again, another reason why we see why Zach is such a fucking piece of shit, and why he is. And I honestly think he is probably the worst thing that ever could have happened to that family and to that house up there.
Yes.
Because when you watch the story doesn't become about the house or about the family, because he turns it into this thing about him and this fucking fictional demon that he says has been following him his entire life. Mm-hmm. And it's all about Zach. It's all about Zach. And in the end, what's he do? He goes and tears the fucking house down so he can take what's left of it and put it in his fucking museum and charge people $60 a person to come through and look at it.
I haven't even watched it.
Shit. What a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's not even an paranormal investigator. Now he's a demonologist.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Demonologist. He is a piece of shit. He's a television celebrity that found a way to make a lot of money and a lot of fame off of pretending
Suckers.
to delve into the paranormal, and he's an absolute piece of shit. Everything he touches and does fucks it up for everybody else. And for those of us who are out there actually doing this, he makes our jobs harder because of the shit he does.
Right.
1,000% agreed.
Yep.
I mean, come on. He somehow is able to finagle these people and letting him in, and then buys it and tears down the property. He's trying to buy the Cielo Drive property where the Manson murders happened, and he knows what's going to happen. Then he's going to tear down those properties.
I don't think he can. I think that one's actually on the historical registry.
It's not, though.
Is it not?
It's a private residence. No, it's a private residence. In fact, they didn't want people to even really know about it because they went and had the city of Los Angeles allowed them to change the address
Wow.
of the location because they don't want people over there. And then the dumbass goes and gets into the Cecil Hotels and talks to the owner of the Cecil Hotel and letting him be the very last group that goes, the very last investigators to go through the Cecil Hotel.
Yeah.
And they signed an agreement with that. I mean, he's a complete and utter piece of shit.
Preach.
Agreed.
Preach.
Yuck.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, he's licking the back of your neck. He's licking the back of your neck.
And it sucks that he is kind of a prick because he's kind of pretty.
You know,
I disagree.
That's how it is with all of us, Andrea.
I'm not saying he's like, oh my gosh, he's so hot. I'm just saying he's kind of pretty. But because he is such a douchebag, it totally takes, like that hot level is like, it turns down because you're just kind of like, really? Why
But
you
the
gotta
one
be so
thing,
dumb?
okay, but the one thing I do get from that show is they bring in all kinds of new tech that I want.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, what's
So
the
that's
one
sad
thing I'm
is
wanting now?
he gets new tech sent to him for free. He gets the
I
shit
can't remember
sent
the
to
name
him
of it.
for free.
The REM pod?
No, it looks like a clock on top of it. It's like a spirit box, but it looks like a clock on top of it.
Yeah.
It's freaking badass. The
Something
yeah,
like that.
something like that. I want that so bad, but and that's what we'll do with that OnlyFans money.
Sweet.
Well, at least $12 of it. But yeah,
I want a
You'll
you got a
pardon me
Geoport.
for
I want
not
a Geoport.
subscribing.
I don't want to spend $2,000 to get a Geoport though.
Yeah.
oh yeah. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good movie, and I will watch it. You know, because I love horror movies, so I will watch it. You know, and I love this
Same.
case. You know, just like the Amityville case, I love that case. All the stuff with the Warrens, anything. Yeah, I love those cases, and anything comes out about them, I'm going to watch it.
I mean, look,
I
he was
love the
trying- he was
cases.
trying
I'm
to
just
get-
not
he was
a
trying
big
to get-
Warrens fan.
Yeah.
I mean, he was dumb enough to try to sit there and let him to take Annabelle out of the case. Let me hold Annabelle. The guy's an idiot. He's a fucking moron.
There's a doll fetish. It's like, put it on my crotch.
But here's the thing, though. The bigger moron is the one who transported her
Oh, yeah.
Tony?
against the wishes
Yeah.
of the Warrens after promising
Tony.
not to.
Yeah, Tony Sparrow.
Tony's the same type of douchebag that Zach Baggins is. They're just cut from the same cloth.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they both claim to be like
Let's
the
see.
top demonologist around and
They're
blah,
out
blah,
for
blah,
fame
blah,
and they're
blah.
out for money, and that's it. They're out for fame and they're out for money, and that's all they're worried about.
Well, see,
It's all about the money.
I think that this is just my opinion. I think Tony is worse than Zach, though, because
Oh yeah.
Tony is riding off the coattails of his in-laws.
He's exploiting everything they
Oh,
ever did.
yes.
Yes.
I mean, not that they didn't exploit themselves enough.
But Lorraine really didn't. It was all Ed. Lorraine was a good woman. You know?
She was, but she wasn't always 100% genuine. And to be as gifted as she was, she should have squashed a lot of the bullshit that Ed did.
Yeah.
Because she was the one with the gift.
Right. But then, after Ed dies, you have Tony come in, and Tony starts calling the shots on, Lorraine, you're going to do this. Lorraine, you're going to do that. And she's the elderly lady.
It's almost like she was a submissive
Yes.
little
Yeah.
woman that was just kind of like,
from her generation, that was generationally, that was a thing.
yeah, she was submissive. And so whatever her husband said, okay, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to do. And she was the one with the gift. And he was like,
Those were the good old days.
this is what we got to do. You know
Where's my
what?
biscuits? Wow, there's so many birds flying around this room, Mike. My God. I'm having to
Where's my
swat.
mute button? Where's my mute-
No, having to swat from the birds flying around here. Oh, about got one to the eye. But, all right. So moving on from Zach Baggins. So, in the last couple years, we've had some shit going on in the country.
What?
Internationally.
Yeah, in the world. Yes, better word. Some shit going on in the world
I don't know what you're talking about.
that, I would like to call shit going on around the world.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
That is so descriptive.
Thanks. But so there's been this pandemic thing that's been going on.
Or as my uncle says, the pandemic.
The pandemic.
Pandemic.
Or as we're going to refer to it tonight as the parademic or the parapan or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Parademic.
The parademic. That's
Parademic.
I kind of
I
like
kind
that.
of like
I
that.
kind of like that.
The Divicdemic.
The divic.
Divic.
Yes. All right. So, yeah. So
Say that
over
5 times fast.
Spell Divic backwards.
Oh,
The Divock. Divock.
Oh,
Divock.
yes.
Divock.
Divock.
The Divock box.
Yes. Which would.
It's Divock.
Yeah. So Divock backwards is COVID.
Oh, damn.
All right. It was nice talking to you all. Great evening. We'll see you later, maybe.
But so all this shit's been going on, but there has been an uptick in
A big one.
a big uptick in paranormal activity all throughout the world. Is it related to stress? Is it related to, just everyone's fear? Because people for months and months and months were scared to death. They were scared to death. They were going to get this thing that was going to kill them. Mm-hmm.
I was never scared.
But there were people, though. That's what I'm saying.
There were.
Yes.
And there still are.
I have a family member right now to this day that will sit in his own house
With a mask.
with a mask if anyone comes over.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's because he caught it and it about killed him and it scared him to death.
But he has the antibodies now because he had it.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't, like, for him.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's scared to death, and he's getting older, and if I were him and was affected the way that he was affected, he was in the hospital. He had to have lung treatments over and over and over. I would be in the same boat.
Yeah.
My boss has had it 3 times.
Yeah, I'm working with people right now that have had it 4 times.
Yeah,
4
I've had it
times
twice.
I've had it. I think I've had it, but I failed every test.
I had it once.
Well, nobody ever called you an overachiever.
But anyway, back to what we're talking about. This has this paranormal activity uptick since all this started. What is it in correlation with that fear? Is it in correlation with there's more deaths?
I think it's that
more people
are at home more, or they're
And
like
they're
the
paying
1 or 2 persons in the office, and
They're
they're
paying more
noticing more.
Yeah. Well, that's been one of the things people have said. Well, people have spent more time at home. I mean, think of the last time you spent, more than just a few hours in your house. And you have people that are spending, weeks, months, a year in their home, and suddenly they're noticing more things around their home. Is that the reason why people are suddenly reporting more paranormal activity? Or does fear draw?
I think it's just a general awareness. Like, people are becoming more aware of their surroundings, and I think it plays on fear. It plays on the isolation. It plays on so many things and people are just, okay, people were stuck in their houses for months on end. What do?
Binge watch next.
Binge
Netflix.
watch.
Yeah.
You binge watch TV.
Every scary movie out there.
So, you get more into, you want to get into something new. What are you going to do? You're used to watching all these comedies and action films. Well, this looks pretty good. I'm going to watch these these
scary
cool
movie.
scary movies. Well, what does that do? That is this light bulb like, what the? Did you hear that?
I think some of it is just like when you watch the scary movie by yourself at night and then you go to bed and you're the only one home and you hear every noise in the house.
It's the awareness.
Real quick, real quick, before we go any further than that, I want Steve to tell you what he experienced 2 days ago.
Ooh.
Yes.
Tell us his story.
Well, I got up 2:30 for work. I went in, had my coffee, and then nature called. So I went to the bathroom, and I'm sitting there watching TikTok, and
Of course.
The usual.
and then just out of my left ear, I hear a kid giggle. It was real faint, and then like 2 seconds later, I hear it speak. A full sentence. I couldn't make out what it said, but I mean, it was loud. It sounded like a son of a bitch was in the tub. But I mean, it was fucking crazy as hell.
And the crazy thing about that, a few years ago, Andrea had gone camping with her parents, and I was working, so I was here by myself. I had went to the same bathroom to take a piss, and when I turned around, there was a little boy standing behind the door in the same bathroom.
I mean, you guys know your house is haunted.
Yeah, we totally know that.
It was so funny too because we were asked Hayden. We were like, "You weren't up at like 2:00 in the morning, were you?" Which, mind you, Hayden has a very deep voice anyway.
Yeah.
But he was like, "No, why?" And Steve was like, He goes, "Do we have ghosts?" And I was like, I said, "Hayden, honey, you should know this by now." He goes, "I know." This kid hates everything scary, anything ghost related. He hates it. So, but he's just kind of like,
He won't watch Ghostbusters.
no.
He will not even watch Ghostbusters.
This poor kid, he was just like,
That's so
okay.
Yeah.
cute. That's so sweet.
But yeah, I wanted Steve to share that story because I'm driving into work and I get a text and I hit listen and it's like voice message. And it's like, oh shit. Well, I get parked and I play it. And it's Steve telling me what had happened. He's like, and it freaked my shit. But I was like, well, so of course I get to work and I play it for everybody. And they're like, yeah, fuck that. I ain't
coming to your house.
visit you.
We're like, yes.
Solitude.
on our notes here, I think the contributing factors to the uptick is pretty much everything that people say. There's been more deaths. People are spending more time at home. They're more aware of what's going on. Binge watching scary ass movies. Just psyching themselves out. So I mean, everything can contribute to what the hell's going on.
Totally can. Yeah. I mean, because honestly, sitting around your house, you're like Mike said, most people spend a couple of hours awake in their house a day. You spend the majority of your life at work.
Yep.
And
now I'm working at home.
Yeah. And I don't. So, but
I mean, I noticed when I was working from home.
You notice more sounds?
Oh my gosh. It was kind of, I'm sitting there on my laptop doing my work, and I did
Watching Friends.
I had friends on in the background, but I'm, doing my work, and it never failed. I'd hear all kinds of crap back through down the hall, and everyone, if it was loud enough, I'd stop and I'd be like, maybe I should check that. I'm like, dog, cat, okay, maybe I should go check that out. Yeah, no,
Maybe not.
I'm just gonna stay. I'm back to work.
I'm just going to catch up on this email here I've got to send.
I've been at home and Audrey's working, like, she has to get to work at 6 now. So she works like 6 to 4:30, I think. And so she's not home. And I will hear a female voice come out of her bedroom. And there's times when Chuck's home and we both hear it and he's like, damn it. And I just giggle. Or you hear boots walking down the hallway in the house and there's nobody wearing any shoes in the house. Hannah just kind of looks around every now and then. She'll go, grrr. And I'm like, it's all good. And she'll just lay her head back down and go to sleep. And
I can
it'll happen
imagine
again.
for people who are not used to this, it would absolutely freak them out, and it would turn their world upside down because this is something new that they're experiencing.
Oh, yeah.
For us, we're like,
We're like, do it again. Do it again.
yeah, like, all right, okay.
Can you do this?
Hello. Okay, I'm leaving.
So here's a weird thing that I've been experiencing. And it's not been at the house. It's actually been at our theater where I work. That just happened 2 days ago. Backstage, middle of the show, one of our backstage crew, she was standing in the corner reading something on a wall, and then turned around and looked at me. I was standing about 7 feet away, and she goes, "What the fuck?" I went, "What?" She goes, "You're over there." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Then who the fuck just pulled my hair?"
Oh.
I came up and pulled her hair. That same night, I'm the last person in the building, leaving the building, locking up, and I'm walking down the back hallway. It's one long back hall from one side of the stage to the other, goes through the dressing rooms, and I went through all the dressing rooms. Everybody was gone. I was locking up. I'm walking back down the other side of the hall, probably about 30 feet from the side I just came from, and very distinctly back down where I just came from, where I just checked and there was nobody. Little girl's voice, sounded like she was maybe in her teens and early 20s. I hear, "Mike," clear as day, says my name. So I thought, oh shit, somebody's back there. So I went back down, turned all the lights back on, walked around. Nobody's there.
Wow.
Nobody. So I'm talking to some of the other cast members the other day. Oh yeah, that's the girl. We've all seen her. She's apparently been. There's a female spirit and there's a male spirit. Our male spirit's name's Tony. He's the guy that used to work there a while ago. And he apparently used to bother. They tease the girls all the time. And for some reason, in the past year, they've gotten very active again.
Wow.
So,
Do you think that would, especially if it, like you said, it's gotten more active in the past year or so, do you think that taking that year off where everything was shut down, it kind of...
That's the weird thing is we never shut down.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Huh.
We never shut down. The theater never stopped. In Sevier County, we never shut down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Everything kept going. In fact, the world ended up coming to Sevier County, Tennessee.
Yeah, it did.
It became the number one tourist destination in the world for almost 6 months.
Wow.
But the weird thing is we're getting upticks of paranormal activity throughout the county as well. So I'm wondering, because I think, it's probably because people are at home or in one place for so long. But I really start to wonder if it's not that overall feeling of fear and all the death we've experienced over the past couple of years now. If maybe that's not feeding into it or adding to it as well somehow.
Well, we all know that fear creates an energy force in its own.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and we could go so many different ways with this, because we know, with that, it's like the Phillips experiment, or I can't remember what it was called. I think it was Phillips something experiment.
Yeah.
Where they conjured by believing.
Yeah.
They manifested the spirit that they got EVPs.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. They got EVPs. They've got movement.
It's a conscious thought form.
Yeah. And, they made up this person and talked about them for a few months.
Her cousin had one in the house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I mean...
The blob.
Yeah. It happens, Our mind is so much more powerful than we give it credit for.
Well, and when you put a certain amount of energy towards something, whether it's good or bad or curious or whatever, I mean, you shift things.
Yeah.
And a large part of the world has been scared for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And
well, that's what I'm really wondering too. Is not so much that we're manifesting it ourselves, but are we seeing maybe the veil becoming a little thin, much thinner now because of the increase in death, because of the fear? Is the fear drawing, not creating things, but is the fear actually drawing more paranormal energy toward us because we are so close? Because we are so close to death now, because we have seen so many, hundreds of thousands of people die.
I actually have a theory about that.
I mean, that's kind of like a Harry Potter.
So, in mediumship, they think that if you have a deceased loved one, the more you discuss them, think about them, talk to others about them, remember them, and so on, the thinner the veil gets for that person. So I think that Mike is very much right in that the veil is becoming thinner because we've lost so many people, us personally and the world over. We've lost so many people that somebody always knows somebody who's died from this thing. Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, we've got the regular course of things where, your celebrities die and all of that sort of thing. So we're discussing death much more. And we really haven't experienced more deaths on the whole. We just know more about it because it's very publicized. So the public is thinking consciously about this more than they ever have in the past. And I think it is thinning the veil.
And like now, back in the day, somebody would pass away and you'd see the obituary and, it
clip
kind
it
of
from the paper
and then
it
kind of went away. Well, now there's, when, especially all these people pass away, there's all these memoriams, and it's constantly being brought up, and that's and
like
that
Betty White is still like people are still talking about her and what a loss she is.
So like now it's
they still talk about Elvis like that.
Yep,
that's true.
Yeah.
So, but it's just like in your face, talking about those, which is fine. That's a way to celebrate.
It's actually much more natural than not facing death.
But back in the day, there was no social media. There was, when it happened, it happened, and the family alone mourned, and that was it. For individuals. Now it's just being spread out in front of everybody, like,
the Grand Poobah has died. We must celebrate him.
It's kind of just opening that door.
Yeah, it's definitely something that a lot of people are having to think about. It's being forced into their forethoughts and into their extreme consciousness because it's so in your face. Whereas we've gotten away as a society of dealing with death. We've gotten away from it. Because, we have our family member passes, and then we have a nice little clandestine funeral. People cry. You put them in the ground if that's what they wanted. And then
you have to go back to work.
You have to go back to work, or you just don't talk about it. It's, until an occasion comes around. Oh, I miss Dad. Or, birthdays, holidays.
And yet here we were a year ago watching television coverage of them bringing trucks to New York City, so they had a place to store bodies.
Yeah,
I'm watching that on TV. And in the chat room, Rodent says we were so divorced from death prior. We were. It was something that touched you every now and then.
Yeah.
And see, I'm a firm believer that we shouldn't have been so divorced from death.
Right.
And maybe that's because, I don't know, I was a very young child, my first funeral I went to.
Same.
But and doing what we do and seeing the things that we've seen, I firmly believe that we need to get back to some of the old ways of memorializing people. I think like the hair wreaths and things that they used to make,
the angel,
they are so gorgeous, and it takes so much talent, and that's a piece of your loved one.
Yeah.
Some people think they're creepy. I think they're cool.
Angel crown.
No, the angel crown is actually what you get from a feather pillow when someone dies.
Yeah.
And I have yet to actually see one of those. But,
wonder if I can buy one on eBay.
Probably. People used to, so if you died in the wintertime in an area where it's cold, they used to store you in the barn until it was time. Or if they didn't have a barn, they'd store you in the attic or wherever until the ground thawed. And you were a presence there. They would hold a wake to make sure that you didn't wake up, because there were things like sleep paralysis and things that they didn't know what happened, but you weren't actually dead. So they would hold a wake for you and celebrate your life. And
late 1800s, there was a thriving business in death photography. You go back and look, and there were photographers who did nothing but take pictures. They would pose and take pictures of dead family members for you.
Well, because photography was so expensive that a lot of times those were the only photos you had of your loved one was if they died.
Well, that and you got to think of how long it took to take a single photo. You don't have to worry about them blinking.
That's true.
No, you had to be dead in order to be able to sit for a photo that long.
Shit, they blinked right in the middle of that. It took 5 minutes to take that photo. Yeah. Sorry, I have to say something.
Shit on your mustache. Stop that.
Stop.
So,
you take a picture of Steven in his assless chest, throwing some hay.
That's right. Yeah. So, real quick though, Mike, I'm going to ask you this question. Yeah. Do you know why ladies' panties have flowers on them?
Personally?
Huh?
Personally?
Yeah.
So you know which side is the front and which is the back? I know.
No, it's in memory of all the faces that have been buried there.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, nice knowing y'all. I'm out.
Sorry, I had to lighten the moment there for a second.
That was like a serious dad joke, though.
It totally was. It was a good one.
Yeah.
It was like dirty dad joke.
It was a dirty dad joke.
Dad joke.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to jump right back in the middle of it because this is what made me start thinking about this. Because I'm thinking about our own personal experiences over the past year or two. So in the past year or two, we've gone to Waverly. We've gone back to Octagon, and then we went to Octagon Hall. And at all three of those places, we had a lot of our normal stuff that we would get, but there was always something at every single one of those places that had some kind of very intense, emotional power to it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, when I think about Waverly, I think about Amy and I doing our last little walk back through.
And legit getting scared. And that's a first for me.
I've never in my life, in 50 years on this planet, I have never in my life been that terrified than when I was standing up there next to her. It literally took all I could do not to just take off running, because it was just the most horrific experience I'd ever had in my life in just the matter of just a couple minutes there.
And I concur with what you said, because I listened to the audio from that section when I was going through everything.
You should have felt the tension coming off of Mike.
I mean, honestly, I could hear it.
Yeah.
I could hear the tension in his voice. And
along with the dozens of other people walking with
yes.
us that we could not see.
Yes. You hear all the footsteps. You hear Mike breathing heavy. You hear you saying, "Mike, don't run off and leave me." You hear, you could tell that it was an intense moment, and like listening to that, and that's all I'm hearing, because I'm isolated in the headphones, and that's all I'm hearing, and you could feel the fear that you guys felt at that moment.
It was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
It legit felt like we were about to get jumped on by a dozen burly, scary guys.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead, Mike.
I also think about Octagon when we were at Octagon Mansion, and it was me and Steve and Hockey Man, and we were standing there and we were playing music, and just suddenly we had this intense emotional connection with whatever was around us.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, and it was, and I remember Steve and I, and then Adam, we were all standing there, and it was just so, and just for just a brief moment, it literally felt like we were feeling everything that everybody around us was feeling.
Yeah, I remember, like I saw it in the video when I was going through it.
Yeah, Hockey got real emotional.
Yeah, Adam got really emotional, and had a moment where he, lost control and actually cried, not from fear, but from the emotion that he felt in that moment.
And see, at that point where we were there, I was in that Civil War uniform as well.
Yeah.
And whatever was standing at the door didn't want you in that uniform anymore, and it was trying to come through that fucking door at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hockey said that his fondest memory from Octagon was Mike jumping into him after hearing a rifle hammer cock. He said it felt like getting hit by an offensive lineman.
No, we were standing right there, and you heard a click, click, and then somebody cocked a gun.
Wow.
But the thing is, we've had these incredibly awesome experiences at these places, but it seems like during the past couple of years when we've been there,
they've gotten more intense.
It's just so intense.
At least we didn't have to experience that fucking rabid raccoon again.
That's right.
No joke. Oh my gosh. And I'm glad I didn't spend 20 minutes listening to it on a recording.
Yeah, I was ready to whip some paranormal raccoon ass that night.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, I approached that curtain, and I was like,
I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it.
I was like, come on, Steve.
I'll get the door. I'll get the door. You kick.
I'm getting ready to whip this fucker's ass and open it. Oh, it's a raccoon.
Well, hello, Trash Panda.
Hello, Rocky. You would probably whip my ass and give me rabies.
He would have been all over you like a damn Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah. But
my garbage.
Well, you know what? Another thing, like last year that happened when we went to Waverly, and this video's out there. You can see this shit now. That effect that the third floor, I think it was third or fourth floor, had on.
I think it was fourth.
Had on Elsie and Justin.
Oh, and Justin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
dude, that scared the crap out of me watching. Hearing Elsie choke to death over here and seeing
Justin vomiting over
puking
here.
over there. It's like,
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah.
We've never experienced. We go to Waverly, we get the phantom smells.
Yeah.
We get voices.
Yeah.
We get voices. We get amazing EVPs.
Yeah.
The occasional, shadow movement.
Yeah.
We had so much that night. I can't wait to go back. We have to go back.
Oh, we will.
But
Let's go back now.
Okay.
But this, last year, having them physically affected like that, I don't remember us ever. we've been physically scared,
Yeah.
Right.
but never
physically affected.
See, this last time, I probably wouldn't have walked through that place by myself.
No.
Like I have, we've have
done.
in the past, visits we've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think I could have done it that time.
or run through it,
Yeah.
Well, think about
I can't run anymore anyway. I'm too fucking old.
think about how the whole night ended with the fucking walkie-talkie going crazy.
Yeah.
Get out. Yeah.
That sucker in my hand, too.
Yeah. So, all
the other ones were off.
Yes.
I also think about the first trip you guys had to Octagon Hall, how intense that was for y'all.
Yeah.
That was
Oh my
a
gosh.
very, very, very intense night.
Yes, it was.
And
It started off before we even started
Yeah.
investigating.
It totally did. When we were doing our tour of the place.
I want to go back, just not when it's cold or
Yeah.
blistering hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because,
Because that cold was miserable.
It was
Oh my
miserable.
gosh, it was.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And the first time we went, it was miserably hot.
Yeah.
And that was miserable. But, we need a good springtime or fall investigation there where we can actually enjoy it.
Yes. Where you're comfortable in a hoodie.
Where you're comfortable
In
in
a
shorts
Yes.
or assless chaps.
Either way.
Can Can I finally wear my assless chaps to
Yes.
the
Yes.
investigation?
Absolutely, Mike.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We will
That's all
start.
I've wanted.
That's all you want in life, isn't it?
That's all I've wanted.
Yeah. To paranormal investigate in assless chaps.
Be my guest.
I always have them on. They're just under my pants.
Oh, okay. Well, Andrea and I need photographic evidence.
Yeah. Pixar didn't happen.
Oh God. Oh God. No.
I can't see.
You're all talk.
Well, how about this? We'll take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to get away from this and we're going to talk about some remakes of movies that are coming out this year.
Ooh.
And have some fun instead of talking about this depressing death and
Death
shit.
shouldn't be depressing, though. It really should not be depressing.
Shouldn't
It
be,
shouldn't
but
be.
Especially if you are a Christian
Right.
and believe in where you're going,
Right.
then it should be a celebration.
True.
Celebrate good
Well, we know where the
times.
Duke
Come
of Hell's
on.
going, but it shouldn't. I mean, it's part of life. It is the only guaranteed part of life.
It's true.
very true.
It's true.
When my time comes, if it comes in a manner in which I follow in the footsteps of my father's family and have cancer and know I'm going, I plan on enjoying right up to the last minute.
I agree totally.
Because even if you, they make really good drugs for that. Even if you are not a Christian, if you believe that Einstein was the genius that he is, the energy cannot die. I mean, it's been proven again and again and again. So when that energy leaves your body, it's just going elsewhere.
Right.
And all your soul is energy, or all energy is in the body is your soul.
Right.
So why not celebrate? You're not, it's just your body that's dying.
Okay. So when I pass, probably after, 6 weeks of working out.
And having your first cheeseburger after 6 weeks of working out.
Middle of a squat session.
Yeah. I want people to get high as hell.
Yes.
I want some of my favorite metal music to be played. Then
Bon Jovi.
Am I supposed to take notes for
yes,
this?
yes, that's why I'm looking at you.
This is why you need a will.
This is his living will he's giving
I'm
you
giving
right
it
now.
right now.
It's
You're
okay.
hearing it live.
We're documenting that on a podcast.
Yeah, it'll be out there in the interwebs. I guess,
So basically, you want me to pass out CBD gummies and play,
CBD hell,
Love-
dumb as hell.
and play like
we gonna
Love
get the
Shack,
good stuff,
right?
baby.
is Love Shack metal?
The Shack's metal.
But who's in charge? You say
Stephen, I'm
metal.
working on becoming a death doula. When your time comes, we'll make sure your wishes happen.
Thank you.
I'll get Aaron Lewis and Corey Taylor to come sing at your funeral.
That would make me more than happy. And since Aaron Lewis is gone like partial country, have him sing, something country and throw a bale of hay in the back of my truck.
Here's your dog and have my wife back.
While wearing assless chaps.
While wearing assless chaps.
I'm getting the chaps when he dies.
Maybe by the time I lose all this weight, you'll be able to fit in them.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. So grab you a beverage of choice and come back and join us. And we talk some more creepy, spooky shit. No, not that one. Wrong button. Wrong button, fucker.
So many people spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on that perfect infrared camera, hoping to catch that epic paranormal shot or simply to document their nighttime escapades, only to pair it up with an IR illuminator that gives off a hot spot in the center of the frame and performs subpar for their camera's capabilities. We did the same thing. Let me save you some time and money spent on multiple IR lights with one name, Deadlight. Created from the minds of Josh Bender and Justin Brown, who are also paranormal investigators, the Deadlight is the elite light to add to your camera arsenal. We have tested the Deadlight and illuminated areas up to 300 feet away. Did I mention these lights are built like a tank? Super durable and sturdy construction. Josh builds each Deadlight to meet your needs and is in constant contact during the building process. So forget the other lights out there and go straight to the best. You can check out the complete line of Deadlights on Facebook at Deadlight LLC. Justin and Josh are constantly exploring new features to add to the Deadlights. ETGS will never use another light in the field, simply because nothing else compares. Get your Deadlight today and you too can light up the night.
You're listening to Paranormal Talk with East Tennessee Ghost Seekers, a new perspective in Paranormal Talk Radio.
You're listening to Paratalk. If you have a question or an experience to share, email us at etgsparatalk@gmail.com or call 865-264-0448. And now, back to Paratalk.
All right, guys, welcome back to Paratalk. That was quick. That was really quick.
Yes, it was.
And Mike,
Quick like rabbit.
Well, you just changed it. I was going to compliment you on your new house. It looks lovely. That looks very expensive.
Yes.
Thank
But you sold some drugs while you were on that cruise, didn't you?
There was a reason we started from Miami. So.
Nice. So you're doing a timeshare with it?
Sure. Sure.
Cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
I like it a lot.
All right, so you guys all know, if you've been listening to Paratalk, more than, an hour and a half, that I like a good scary movie.
Who doesn't?
Scary B movie.
I love a good B movie.
Oh, yes, he does.
I
Yes.
actually watched Annabelle Creation the other day for the first time, and there were some parts that spooked me.
That's a good movie.
It really, but I don't normally get spooked
Yeah.
in movies unless it's like a jump scare or something. But
It's the kids.
It wasn't even.
Kids are creepy little fuckers.
It wasn't the kids though. It was.
That's what scared me.
It was the doorways when it would become black, and
Yes.
because we've seen that in real life.
Yes, we have.
And I was looking over at Chuck, who was only half paying attention. I was like, "Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this?" And he's
Hold
like,
me, fucker.
He's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "That shit really happens."
Which movie was this?
Annabelle Creation.
Annabelle Creation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where they go back in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually really impressed. They actually really got that right, and it brought back some of those kind of feelings that we've had on some investigations.
It sounds like we have a demon trying to get into the studio.
It's just Lucifer.
It's
Yes.
Lucifer.
And Mike, my other brother from another mother, has Chud crawling up on his back right now.
Might want to see a doctor about that.
Bud the Chud.
Watch the eye. Watch the eye.
Ow! You poked him. But
That was on purpose.
you're going to get eye splooge on you.
Ew, nothing worse than eyes closed.
Ugh.
Love the ice.
Yeah. So, yeah, this year, oh, look, they're kissing. There are a lot of remakes coming out. There's one out in theaters right now that I'm dying to see. Will someone please just let the Lucifer in?
Go away, Blue.
As long as it's not the demon cat.
The demon cat doesn't scratch like that.
No. Get in here and lay down, fucker. All right. So,
Okay. All right.
but yeah,
Put your pants back on.
Sorry.
I'm missing that.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh.
I think we need to turn the phone around.
Oh, God.
Some of us appreciate a show, Mike.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike. The phone's only pointing where Steve and I can see it.
Oh, they get to see all the good stuff.
Look at him. He's like, what? What?
Like, hey, turn that phone
What have
around.
I been showing you guys?
Thanks, mister.
Smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave. But yeah, so there's a new movie out right now that's a part of a series of movies. It's not really a remake, but it's just another. And Andrea's trying to watch my phone through her phone.
Through her iPhone.
Yeah, wow. Anyway, Scream. There's a new Scream movie out.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to see it so freaking bad.
I've heard it's fantastic.
I have too. And I've always been a Scream fan.
Same.
You know,
I'm feeling a little woozy here. I think you went a little too deep.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. You know, those movies are fantastic. You know, the cast is awesome, always. Because you've got the comedic humor of David Arquette.
Yes.
You know, you have the high intensity stuff with Naomi
Campbell.
Nev.
Nev.
Yeah,
Naomi.
Naomi Campbell is taller and darker.
Yes, supermodel. Yeah.
A lot.
A lot. But yeah, so that's out right now, and I want to see that.
And a bit more violent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's run around the room, class, and share some of the movies that are coming out this year.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's your cue.
So you've already mentioned Scream.
Well, go ahead and tell us about it. Is that the top one?
That is.
Tell us about it.
It came out January 14th. It is the fifth installment in the beloved slasher franchise Scream. Sees the return of stars Neve Campbell, David Arquette, and Courtney Cox, as well as a slew of newcomers, including Melissa Barrera, Mason Gooding, Jenna Ortega, and Jack Quaid. The movie sees a mysterious new killer donning the ghost-faced mask, once again targeting a group of local teenagers. Scream is a direct sequel to 2011's Scream 4, and it will be the first of the series not helmed by Wes Craven, who died in 2015. This time, Matt Bettinelli open and Tyler Gillette direct, with the screenplay by James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick.
Number one, Rip Wes Craven.
Yeah.
Yes. Phenomenal director.
The legends live on because of him.
Yes. So, yeah, I'm totally stoked about seeing this movie.
Same.
And I'm actually going to see if I can pirate it tonight. So, yeah.
All right.
You say
Next up.
Jack Quaid's in there?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. I know Jack.
Is that Dennis's brother or son?
That's Dennis and Meg Ryan's son, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Nice. All right. So next up we have Fresh, which premiered on January 20th at the Sundance Film Festival. Fresh marks Mimi Cave's directorial debut. There's limited information about the thriller, but the log line reads, "The horrors of modern dating, seen through one young woman's defiant battle to survive her new boyfriend's unusual appetites." The cast includes Sebastian Stan, Daisy Edgar Jones, Jonica T. Gibbs, Charlotte Le Bon, Deo Okineye, Andrea Bang, and Brett Dyer. Written by Lauren Kahn, the movie is produced by Adam McKay, Kevin J. Messick, and Maeve Cullinane.
You say Andrea Bang's in that?
Yes.
I don't know her. I just like her name.
She bangs.
I wonder if it's Andrea or Andrea.
Andrea.
Doesn't matter. She bangs.
Yeah.
She bangs.
Steve, were you over there dancing?
I was.
Ah.
Next up, we have Orphan, First Kill, premiered January 28th. Isabel Furman's first scared the living hell out of us in 2009 as the murderous 33-year-old posing as a 9-year-old child in Orphan. 13 years later, she reprises the role in Orphan, First Kill, a prequel that follows Esther as she escapes an Estonian insane asylum and impersonates the missing daughter of a wealthy family. Rounding out the cast are Julia Stiles, Rossif Sutherland, and Hiro Kanagawa. William Brent Bell directs a screenplay written by David Coggeshall.
Nice. See, I loved the first Orphan movie.
I've not seen the first
I haven't
Orphan.
seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Mike, have you seen Orphan?
Yeah. I have seen Orphan.
It's a phenomenal movie.
It's fantastic.
The twist when you find out at the end of this movie that she's, an adult, because throughout the movie you're like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. Oh,
Okay, is this one of those movies kind of like, oh crap, that one with Nicole Kidman where you find out that they were actually
Others.
ghosts? Yeah, the others. Is this kind of one of those?
No.
Or once you watch it, you're like, oh, so you can't really watch it again because you know the twist at the end?
No.
Okay.
No. The twist in this one is. What is that? Thanks for what?
Ruining it, asshole.
You're welcome. But, I mean, Steve ruined it when he read the plot for the second one. But,
So basically, if you've never seen the first movie of any of these, then you should probably close your ears.
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. But, I mean,
now this next one.
wait.
Hockey man, you've had so many drinks tonight anyway, you'll forget all about it.
For real. But, I mean, the way that it's directed and played out, it is phenomenal. It is so good. Her acting is so good. It's just,
Now I'm going to have to check it out.
yeah, it's an amazing movie. I mean,
For some reason, I could have sworn because I was going through these new movies with you, and you were like, I didn't really care for that first movie.
the first movie.
Orphan.
No.
I could have sworn you said that because I was like, oh, because I've never seen the first one.
No.
And you were like, meh.
No.
Okay.
No, it's really good. I mean, it's a little long and drawn out, but I mean, the storyline for it, the way that it all plays together, by the end of it, I mean, for you're like, what the fuck?
It's creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy.
We like a good creepy movie.
Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah.
And I like Julia Stiles.
I thought she was dead. I haven't seen her in anything since Save the Last Dance or some shit.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you knew that.
For a while. She did retire for a while. She's
did.
actually got she got higher education and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, okay. So there we go. Is she
Hey,
like?
can I tell the next one?
Yes, Mike.
February 18th. We will see.
One of my favorites.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
After Legendary Pictures acquired the rights to the franchise, the studio announced Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a direct follow-up to the 1974 original. Ignoring all other sequels and spin-offs, the film follows Melody, Sarah Yarkin, her sister, Leela, Elsa Fisher, their friends Dante, Jacob Lattimore, and Ruth Nell Hudson, as they build a new business venture in the remote town of Harlow, Texas. Soon their dream turns into a nightmare as they discover they are unwanted visitors in the home of serial killer Leatherface. Directed by David Blue Garcia and penned by Chris Thomas Devlin, the film also stars Mark Burnham, Mo Dunford, Olin Fiore, Alice Krieg, and Jessica Alain. I love Alice Krieg. She was the what was it? The head. I'm trying to remember their names from Star Trek with Picard. She was the head Borg lady.
Okay.
And Alice Krieg was the head Borg lady. And
The headboard lady is that
the head Borg,
Borg.
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 the leader of Borg.
I was like, oh,
Not the head Borg lady. That's
a different movie.
Yeah, totally different.
Altogether.
Yeah,
I bet I've seen all them though.
Probably.
probably. But, dude, have you seen the trailer for that?
Yes.
Oh my! I showed it to you, didn't I? Yeah. Have you seen it, Amy?
Yeah.
Steve, the trailer for the new Texas Chainsaw
I have
Massacre?
not.
Oh my god, dude! It looks phenomenal.
I
hell
actually
is
watched the beginning
What are you
story
talking about?
last night.
What are these things?
It raises the arms on your chair.
Aw, Steve just found something new for his chair.
Yay.
But yeah, it looks phenomenal.
It does.
Oh my god!
Texas Chainsaw Massacre has always been one of my favorite
Yeah.
franchises.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope that we have this other one. If we don't, then I will talk about it in a second. Where's a pen? Hand me that pen so I don't forget to talk about it. Yeah. All right, Andrea, go ahead with the next.
Thank you.
All right, coming out April 1st, Morbius. Marvel's Morbius, who first appeared as a villain in the Spider-Man comics, will get his feature film debut in 2022. Jared Leto plays the titular character, an ailing scientist who, in an attempt to cure himself, becomes a vampire. Led by Swedish film director Daniel Espinosa. The film also stars Matt Smith, Adria Arjona, Jared Harris, Al Madrigal, and Tyrese Gibson. Morbius is the next iteration of Sony's plan to develop a new shared universe of films inspired by Spider-Man characters, beginning with 2018's Venom.
Yeah.
And I love
when
Venom.
we went and saw Resident Evil when it opened, and they showed an extended, theatrical trailer
of
from Morbius.
Oh my gosh.
It looks freaking amazing.
I love Jared
so
Leto.
good. I like to hear him sing.
I love Jared Leto.
I like to hear him sing.
He's got nice hair.
He does.
And pretty eyes.
Very pretty eyes.
Mike, are you okay over there?
Okay, this next one.
I'm gonna share an unpopular opinion.
Oh, here we go.
Shut your dirty pie hole.
I don't like Jared Leto.
That's fine. You can have your wrong opinion.
I just like to look
He's
at
all
him.
right. He just needs to quit doing so many fucking movies. That's all.
But do you like his voice when he sings, though? No?
I've never heard him sing.
I'm sorry, Mike. We can no longer be friends.
30 Seconds to Mars. That's Jared Leto.
Really?
Yes.
Well, hell, I had no idea about
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 Seconds to Mars is Jared Leto. Him and his brother. His brother's the drummer for the band.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so this next one, I'm disappointed it got pushed back.
Okay.
It was supposed to start this month.
Okay.
The Black Phone.
Oh
Yes.
The Black Phone is not Ethan Hawke's first foray into horror. Let me tell you, when we finish this little blurb here, about the one I watched the other night.
Okay.
Holy shit. But it may be his most exciting. The supernatural horror film, directed by Scott Derrickson of Sinister and produced by Jason Blum of Insidious and The Purge, follows a serial killer who abducts children in a suburban Colorado town. When Finney Shaw, played by Mason Thames, is kidnapped by the Grabber, he hears voices of past victims that guide his escape. Based on Joe Hill's short story of the same name, The Black Phone also stars Madeline McGraw, Jeremy Davies, and James Ranson. I can't wait to see it. The trailer for that is phenomenal.
Yeah. I actually shared that trailer in our group message like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
The trailer for that, which, it's a Blumhouse picture. Yeah. Blumhouse is doing so awesome in the horror genre
They
right
are
now.
so
really are.
great with the freaky movies.
Yeah, they're taking over where like Anchor Pictures were back in the day.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, what's the other big one? Shit, I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter because Blumhouse
Apparently
is there
wasn't
now.
that big.
No, it was huge, but it was like my stuff, my B-rated stuff. But Blumhouse is knocking it out of the park right
They
now.
really
Yeah.
are.
with
They're
horror films.
amazing. So if you haven't seen Sinister
Oh yeah,
I love Sinister.
Oh yeah,
with Ethan Hawke,
yes.
Yeah.
okay. Well, then you guys know. I watched
Yes.
it for the first time the other day because I was like,
It's such a good movie.
It really
Such
is.
a good movie.
I was like, this looks good. I like Ethan Hawke. Let's check it out. I didn't care for the ending
Right.
too much.
Have you watched the second one?
There's a second one.
I think there's a third one. I think. I know there's a second
I know. Yeah, I know. There's two.
one. But
At
there,
least two.
there
I don't know.
may be three. I can't remember.
I didn't care for the ending where they took it from being what you thought it was, where you perceived it to be like a vicious serial killer, and turned it paranormal.
Yeah.
Because that to me looked like it was a sloppy ending. It was
Yeah.
like,
Sinister 2 came out in 2015.
no, I haven't seen it. I'll have to look it up.
And apparently...
Exactly, Hockey Man. It
based on-
seemed very real and became very fake very fast.
And it just kind of appears that maybe Sinister 3
is in the works.
It's
may
either,
possibly be in the works.
Or it may be canceled.
Oh,
I'm getting
okay.
kind of too...
Mixed reviews.
Yeah, so...
But yeah,
There's at least 2.
Yeah, but for you guys that have not seen the trailer for the Black Phone,
Just find
check
it.
it out.
Google it.
And turn off all your lights. Sit in the dark.
And watch it on the big screen.
Or on your phone in your dark closet by yourself, and stay in there for about 5 minutes after you watch the trailer and see how unnerved you are. Because it looks amazing. It looks amazing.
It really does. And it plays off of a lot of our childhood fears.
Yes. Yes.
Because we grew up in that age where it was like, okay, it's no longer cool to talk to strangers.
Right.
Period.
Right. Yep.
So I look forward to seeing it. I'm really disappointed that it got pushed back, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I may actually drag the fam to the movies.
Push him back. Way back.
All right. Next movie, Steve.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. July 22nd.
Awesome.
Hey, they must have started this film after our Hale's Bar when I come running down the mezzanine. Nope.
Yeah.
But anyway, nope. July 22nd. Despite little information about the film other than a poster featuring an ominous storm cloud and a cast including Daniel Kaluuya,
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Keke Palmer, and Stephen Yen.
Nice.
Jordan Peele's next exercise in horror has already energized hordes of fans on social media. Also joining Kaluuya, who starred in Peele's directorial debut, Get Out, are Barbara Ferreira, Brandon Perea, and Michael Wincott, who have supporting roles in Nope.
Nice. And
Jordan Peele's getting good.
Jordan Peele is, you watch his comedy shit,
Love it.
and then go to him directing these horror movies now. He's turning, he's like Blumhouse. He's turning the horror genre up on its end. Yeah.
I love that there are new horror movies. I mean, I can appreciate a good, prequel, a good, remake.
But all the way around new.
But
is
like
awesome.
something completely different. And it's because, and me and you had a very, very long discussion about these movies last weekend. Very, very long. But some movies...
When he was in a pissy mood.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I put him in that pissy mood. Anyway.
Ragging.
I think so.
Maybe a little.
But, I like a movie that I don't know what to expect.
Yes.
Some movies have a tendency to just keep going.
Oh, watch The Blonde. She's going to run and trip.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I was saying. We were watching, I think...
oh, wait. They left the party to go make out. They're dead.
We were actually watched Halloween Kills.
Oh, one black guy, he's gone.
Dead. I mean,
Yeah,
we watched...
I still haven't seen
We
that one.
watched Halloween Kills, and I was like, I can tell you exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
See that horde over there? Yep, they're all dead. Oh, look, they went to a park by themselves. They're dead. Yep. I mean, it bothers me to watch a movie where I can predict.
The brunette
Except
might have a
for
chance.
Hallmark
Oh,
movies.
wait, she's got
Right.
big tits and she's wearing a tank top. She's dead next.
Exactly.
Well,
So finding
waste.
But like them Halloween movies, I love them.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there's just so many of them. How can you not do the same thing over and over?
Yeah,
again?
that's
How
it.
can you bring something new into it? I mean, you
Right.
can only
And-
do so much.
Yeah.
That's exactly. It's like it's literally the same thing, and at the end of it,
Michael's still there.
He's still there. Like, oh my gosh, what is that? Like,
What's it going to take?
He's been blown up. He's been burned.
The
He's
next
been
movie.
stabbed. He's been,
And shot and crushed. and-
yeah, it's kind of like
He's been
okay.
shot, crushed, stabbed.
You know that
knocked
dead
off a
horse?
balcony.
Beaten.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, I am excited about these next 3, though.
Yes, I'm very excited about the next one.
You know, you and Amy were talking about, you know, how all these slasher films go the same way, you know, because they do.
Yeah.
I'm always pleasantly surprised when a female with a nice body makes it to the end alive.
Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah.
I mean, we know you are, but for different reasons.
You know, I actually saw a movie on one of the apps. I can't remember which one, but it pretty much tells just the title of the movie, you know, is like foresight for all these people in these slasher films. Mm-hmm. The name of the movie?
Dead?
No. Don't Fuck in the Woods.
I love it.
That's the name of the movie. Don't Fuck in the Woods.
And I mean, we were talking about like all the Friday the 13th movies.
Mm-hmm. Love them.
And I will be honest with you, I've not seen them all.
Blasphemy.
Surprise.
Guess what you're doing for the rest of the weekend?
Surprise. No, I've not seen them all. And I was like, you know, they're all based in the same thing, right? He goes, yeah, they're all at, you know, the
Camp Crystal Lake.
Camp Crystal Lake. And I was like,
except, no, they're not all.
Not all.
Yeah, they're in Manhattan. Yep. They're in space.
Yeah, because that one was great. But it's like, at what point do these, you know, young adults say, man, Camp Crystal Lake, I've never heard of that. I'm going to go work there. I mean, obviously it's been in the news.
Yeah.
It's been around for how many years? 40?
Yeah.
People die every single year.
Yeah. No,
Haven't you noticed there's no news in any of these movies?
Apparently not.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Breaking news. Murders at Camp Crystal Lake.
What? That's news to me.
By Jason Voorhees, who has been dead since 1969.
I would like to see a movie, a good slasher movie where the chicks make it out alive and unscathed.
See, I like
other than
That'll
Scream.
never happen.
like the slasher movie that, you know, people
Like with a
actually
capable
fight
female.
back.
Yes, a capable woman
I'm
who
getting
can
ready.
drive a stick, can change a tire.
I'm
has
getting ready
some
to tell you
fucking
one.
common sense.
I'm getting ready to
All
tell
right,
you.
lay it
one.
on me.
That's like that commercial. What is it? That Geico commercial? Let's get in the running car.
Yeah.
We'll just
No, we're gonna hide behind the chainsaws.
Yeah. Yeah. But no. Hatchet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hatchet.
I still wasn't a fan of Hatchet.
I
know.
Kane Hodder is Hatchet.
I know this.
Victor Crowley.
I know
Yeah.
this.
And the first one has Robert Englund in it. You know,
I might have to check it out.
And Victor Crowley is played by Kane Hodder. And then there's like even a scene there where it's showing Victor as a little boy and Kane Hodder is his dad.
Interesting.
So, but then Kane Hodder plays the beast that becomes Victor Crowley.
Let's get through these next three. All right.
Well, let's not forget as well the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 1974. Sally escapes.
That's
Yes.
true. That's true.
Sally gets in the truck and escapes
Yep.
and leaves Leatherface swinging his. Spoiler alert. Leaves Leatherface swinging his chainsaw there in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Okay, and
True.
another part of it is, okay, what is the town Halloween is in? I keep.
Haddonfield, Illinois.
At what point do the people of Haddonfield say,
No more Halloween.
"I'm moving"?
Yeah.
I don't. Obviously, he can't leave this town, so I'm gonna move far
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
I'm never coming back here.
Well, you know, I mean, that's the whole town. What about Elm Street? Okay. Move
And
a block
over.
Move a block over.
Just move.
And Freddie shows up and he's like,
Block over.
"What the fuck? Where'd they go?"
Where'd they
Just
go,
rename
man?
the street. It's been done. Rename the street.
We're just gonna replace the street sign.
Yeah.
He'll never know.
Freddie, sorry, you're on Elm Drive. Elm Street's 2 towns over.
This is Oak
Sorry,
Lane,
I'll be
sir.
back.
This is Oak
Sorry,
Lane,
Freddie,
sir.
this is Elm Court. Oh, my mistake. I'm sorry. Yes, fucked up. I'm sorry.
Sleep tight. Didn't mean to be here.
Elmer Street. Them fucking kids.
But that calls into question some of the goofy things about horror movies.
Yeah.
I think a great horror movie that they did a remake and was wonderful. The first Candyman, fantastic horror movie.
Phenomenal movie.
Wonderful movie.
But think about it. How did he arrive there? I'm going to stand in front of a mirror and say your name a bunch of times, and guess what? He's going to show up and kill me. Oh,
I dare you to do it.
People will do it, just like with Bloody Mary.
That's true.
Yeah. Beetlejuice.
Or the old witch.
All right, next movie.
Mike?
Salem's Lot. That's right. Salem's Lot coming out September 9th. While Stephen King's Salem's Lot spawned a 2-episode TV miniseries in 1979. And yes, I'm old enough to remember when it was on.
Same.
The classic novel is finally getting a proper feature film adaptation next year, directed by Gary Dauberman, with help from horror maestro James Wan producing.
Nice.
Film follows Ben Mears, Lewis Pullman, a writer who returns to his hometown to discover a mysterious force that turns the residents into vampires. Instead of running away, Ben forms a coalition to fight the evil and save the town. Mackenzie Lee, Bill Camp, Spencer Treat Clark, and Alfre Woodard also star Salem's Lot.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
It was the one thing that made me like David Soul outside of Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. So if you haven't seen the original Salem's Lot, do yourself a favor and watch it.
Oh,
phenomenal.
It is.
Phenomenal
It's fantastic.
film.
But I
two
cannot
of
wait
the
to see
scariest
it.
nights on television I ever experienced as a kid.
Yeah, because they left so much to the imagination, though.
They need to do a remake of Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how they're gonna do this. I'm really wondering if they're still gonna leave a lot to the imagination because a lot happened in the shadows, or if they're gonna pour light on it. I can't wait.
Yet to be seen, and it's going to be amazing. All right.
This next one I'm actually excited about.
What?
Because it's
Yes.
the last one.
Halloween ends October 14th.
Halloween will never end. Just saying.
Dude, I am so looking forward to this.
All right.
Probably not for the same reasons you all are. The final installment in David Gordon Green's modern Halloween trilogy will premiere in theaters on October 14th, taking place 4 years after 2020's Halloween Kills. Halloween Ends once again stars Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode.
Strode.
Whatever. No, it says Strode.
Yeah, but it's Laurie Strode. That's
Whatever. Obviously.
That's a mistyped.
Yeah. The lone survivor of Michael Myers' 1978 killing spree. After the death of her daughter Karen, Judy Greer, Laurie will surely seek revenge on the serial killer with her granddaughter Allison Nelson, played by Andy Matichak. Halloween Ends is written by Green, Paul Brad Logan, Chris Bernier, and Danny McBride.
Danny McBride.
Yes.
I am so looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
I have my
still haven't seen Halloween
I
Kills.
have my theories
Stay
on.
simple.
I have my theories on how that's going to end.
Yeah, and I agree with you on how it's going to end. I totally do.
Want to hear my theory?
I think
Yes.
that she's gonna kill both of them.
I think that his life is totally dependent on hers, and she has to die in order for him
And
to
kills herself.
And she's going to kill herself.
Yep. I mean, I haven't even seen the.
I think they
That-
might actually
Kills,
kill them.
but-
She might.
It'll
Go-
be
it's gonna be-
simultaneous final blows.
Yeah, I think there's.
Kind of like Ridley had to do with the alien.
Yes.
Yes.
Or he finally dies. She goes to a mental institution. They start a new movie series the day
She
before
becomes
Halloween.
Yeah. Oh. The day after Halloween.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could be.
No.
All right. Then our final movie. The date is still to be announced. Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
Hell yeah.
5 years after Jeepers Creepers 3 debuted to lackluster reviews,
Yes.
director Timo Voronsola,
Bless
I'm
you.
going to go with that, will take a swing at the horror franchise with Reborn, the first of a new trilogy set apart from the Victor Salva films. The movie follows Chase, played by Emran Adams, as he attends the Horror Hound Festival with his girlfriend Lane, played by Sidney Craven, who begins experiencing unexplained premonitions and frightening visions of the town's past. The cast also includes Gabriel Frelich, Pete Brook, Dee Wallace, and Gary Graham. Cannot wait.
Yeah. But, I mean, the Jeepers Creepers 2 and 3 was not a fan of. 2 was okay. 3 sucked balls. Jeepers Creepers, the first one,
Was fantastic.
was an amazing movie. Amazing movie.
Yeah.
Loved it. Okay.
Poor Derry.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen it.
What?
You're kidding, right?
As
I don't know.
hush goes over the crowd.
I don't know.
Okay, you have to at least watch Jeepers Creepers. The other 2 don't matter.
I mean, that's
you
fine.
gotta watch the
I'll
first
watch
one.
it.
Yeah.
I really don't think I have.
All right, and for your bonus movie that is coming out this year that I saw the trailer for, and I think I shared it with you. I shared it with one of you.
I shared one with you.
Yes, you did. That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
We have Friday the 13th.
Oh, you told me about it.
Yes.
I'm telling you right now, the trailer for the new Friday the 13th.
Is this Friday the 13th?
It's Friday the 13th.
Jason dies?
Part 3,000.
And 2.
And
but no, for real.
Can I get as excited about that one as Halloween Ends?
Probably not. No, this trailer, it looks amazing. It's a more modern twist on the original original Friday the 13th movie.
Interesting.
Kane Hodder in it?
That I don't know. I don't know who's playing Jason in this one. But do yourself a favor, go on YouTube and type in, it's Friday the 13th teaser trailer, I think is what it says.
Okay.
And it's not a fan-made trailer. It's a studio-driven trailer. And it looks amazing. Looks
I'll have to check it out.
So good, and I'm so excited about it. So good. Can't wait.
I can't wait for July.
I sent him a trailer. New Firestarter.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's got Zac Efron in it.
Cannot wait.
He plays the dad, which is weird.
In theory,
Because he's
this
40
is supposed
now.
to follow the book more closely.
It looks amazing.
Because even as a child, I was disappointed in the original movie because they left so much out.
Yeah. See, I didn't read the book. I watched the movie, and I thought young Drew Barrymore did an amazing job.
She did, but overall, the cast did a phenomenal job. The writing just wasn't it. They glossed over a lot.
Right.
But yeah, the trailer looks.
I mean, it was
awesome.
what
It does.
a 1,200-page book. They had to condense down to an hour-and-a-half movie.
True.
So
It's not that many pages.
it was a Stephen King novel, right?
It's not a
One of his-
typical Stephen King novel.
Not-
it's
it
more
wasn't
like
an
Carrie.
It.
Yeah,
it's the size of Carrie
Okay.
versus
The
It
Stand.
or The Stand.
The Stand you can start reading today, and you should be done by 2024. I mean, the movie's 6 hours long. So
Wait, what?
Yes.
I've not seen that one either.
Oh, it's freaking amazing.
It's
you
just
need to watch
long.
The Stand.
Yeah. I think it was a week long. It may be longer than
Like
the 6
a-
hours. It was a week long mini series.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Kinda
you
like
need to
Rose
see The
Red.
Stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
I
was
love Rose
longer.
Red.
Rose Red was 2 nights.
No, it was actually
3
broken
nights.
time.
It was 3 nights. Yeah.
You
But
need to watch The Stand.
The Stand was like 5 nights. I remember going to Movie Station and renting it on VHS way back in the day. And you walk out with a bag full of movies to watch this one movie.
Yep. I remember getting baked in mom and dad's basement and just spending the whole day watching it.
Yeah. I remember getting baked in your mom and dad's basement.
Yeah, exactly. And if you weren't baked, you were drinking from the bar.
That's right. And getting smacked by that freaking iguana.
Yeah.
Fun times had by all.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, there's a new Evil Dead movie coming out this year.
Yes, that's another one.
Evil Dead 2.
Right.
Yes.
You know, there's another movie coming out this year. It's not a slasher film, but I'm looking forward to it, and it's Uncharted.
Yes. Yeah. Love the game. Love that game. Love that. That's the reason I bought the PlayStation 3.
I love Tom Holland.
And then they're doing a remake as well of one of my favorite writers, and I think a great movie. But there's a reboot of Hellraiser too.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
Love the Hellraiser
those
movies.
That was Andrea's brother Jamie. That was his favorite series. Was Hellraiser.
Really?
That explains a lot about him.
Totally does.
Just saying.
You're not
Your
wrong.
mustache.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, but so if you guys have not gathered anything from tonight's discussion on everything we've talked about,
I'm sorry.
one thing to take with you at the close of this podcast: watch the fucking trailers I told you to watch and get excited about these movies.
You're so pushy.
Sorry, it's the steroids.
It's the C4.
It's not C4.
Oh, and by the way, there's
creatine.
The nitrous surge.
Gotcha.
I got some inside. I got an inside scoop on an independent film that's coming out in March of this year.
Okay.
Called X, and it's an independent film. The movie's set in 1979. It's about a group of young filmmakers who head off to a little rural part of Texas to make a porn movie, and it ends up. Well, it's kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Steve's face goes, whoop.
Porn?
Yeah, it's kind of like a cross between Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Hereditary, and then some
OnlyFans.
Some good B-grade porn thrown in there as well. But it's supposedly just a fantastic movie if you like those old 1970s, 1980s slasher movies.
And you know I do.
Hell yeah.
You had me at porn.
Did you say boobies?
Boobies and damn.
If there's
It's
boobies.
called X, and it comes out middle of March.
Hell yeah.
There's also, just throwing out a couple more new movies that are coming out. It looks like there is a 2022 version of, it's called The Legend of La Llorona. There's one called
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo's going to be in that one?
Danny Trejo's in it, yeah.
Hell yeah.
and there's one called Hellblazers.
Nice.
Members of a cult conjure a demon with the goal of unleashing hell on earth, and they help it prey on a small southwestern town. And that's got Tony Todd in it.
Nice.
And Billy Zane.
Nice.
And there's one called...
I thought he died in the Titanic.
No, he got on a lifeboat.
He should have died in the Titanic. Yeah.
There's one called The Long Night. While searching for the parent she's never known, Grace and her boyfriend return to her childhood stomping grounds in the South to investigate a promising lead on her family's whereabouts. Upon arrival, the couple's weekend takes a bizarre, terrifying turn as a nightmarish cult and its maniacal leaders terrorize the pair en route to fulfilling an ancient apocalyptic prophecy.
Yeah, sometimes you shouldn't dig into your roots.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, because your hands would get all sticky.
And if you're looking for something to watch right now on Netflix, I'm almost done with it, but it's very, very good. It's a Spanish made show, so it's all done with
Subtitles.
Well, there's subtitles in there. There's also it's dubbed. So, but it's called Feria,
Okay.
The Darkest Light. And if you like just a really good suspenseful, paranormal, creepy ass show series, it's really, really, really good.
Okay. Totally have to check that out.
Feria.
I can't do dubbing. I can't do
Feria,
it.
The Darkest Light.
I like dubstep.
I'll check it out, Mike.
I will
It's
too.
very good.
Yeah.
It's very, very good. It's very creepy.
All right, guys. We have just over 2 minutes left. So I just want to thank everybody for chiming in the chat room and for hanging out with us. We've had a large chat room full tonight, and
We
I so appreciate
every
that.
single one of you.
Yes.
And I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys will join us again next week.
And tell your friends.
And tell your friends. Yes.
Oh, hey, and welcome all the big new. Apparently, we're very big in England now, guys. We noticed that we've got a ton of followers.
I have noticed that. Yes.
Europe and England.
And we welcome you all. And if you want to call in sometime just so we can hear your accent,
I would love that.
it's fine.
Please call.
I would love to have some tea and biscuits.
Not a crumpet.
I just want the accents. Come on. Throw me some accents.
Right, pick up the phone, give us a call, right? Give us a ring on the phone, all right?
We always have Mike.
That's true.
Yes, we do.
Yes. Yeah. And so.
Right. Right. It's time to say goodbye. Come on now.
There it is. I was going to say, throw us a little Jason Statham.
Right. We've been here all night. Now it's time to say goodbye now, right? Get off the fucking pod and let's go, all right?
Good. We hope you guys join us next week because we're going to talk about some shit next week that literally is fire.
Fire.
Yes.
Fire.
Yes.
Fire.
All right, guys. Okay, we have less than 30 seconds.
All right. Love you all.
For Paratalk, all you gotta do is push the button. It kills his microphone.
All right, let's go.
For Paratalk, I'm Steven.
I'm Steve.
I'm Andrea.
I'm Amy.
I'm Jason.
He's Jason Statham. So, thank you guys for joining us. Take care of yourself and each other. And forget, always stay spooky, my friends.
And that's all, folks.
You've been listening to Paratalk with the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers. If you have a question or comment about the show you've just heard, or you have an experience to share, or you need to contact us concerning an investigation, feel free to email us at etgsparatalk@gmail.com or call 865-264-0448. That's 865-264-0448. We invite you to find and like the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and visit us online at easttnghostseekers.org. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time on Paratalk.